gentlemen, this is 2275, and this is a great opportunity for you guys to learn from the best. We're going to study some games, some puzzles, some openings, some strategies, and answer the questions. And let's welcome Roman. Let's give him a big hand. And Roman, you can take over.
Glad to be here, guys. Today I want to work with Bela to help you guys get like that sort of next level in your chess careers. I know Bela's gonna teach you guys about chess face and preparing for your opponent. I'm gonna show you basically the way I play tournaments and the way that I approach each game in each tournament and every opponent that I play. So starting us off, I just wanted to put up a calculation puzzle for you guys. This actually was from a game of mine last weekend, so not during Indy Open, but it was a game 30 by Red Swiss in South Jersey, Cherry Hill. So again, as Bela has always taught you guys, what do we always do when we look at a brand new position? How do we evaluate it? What do we see?
That the material is kind of equal.
Is it equal? They don't count? Yes, but we also have a rook down there, right? Is there any imbalance in material?
White's up a pawn.
White's up a pawn, right? That looks like it's a pretty passed pawn up there. Okay, so first thing we look at is material imbalance. So white's up a pawn. Obviously, we then look at king safety. So are both kings safe? Are they weak? What's going on with that?
Our king's kind of safe because, like, there's no pieces around it.
Okay, yes, but indirectly, we could get into some trouble, especially if this rook is ever moves. This queen can come here, that's actually already made. Let's say that rook wasn't there. Queen e8 check, king h7, queen e8 everything. So it looks like we're okay, but we do have to watch out for that. Any other observations? What about white's king? Someone else?
The back rank, as a general, pretty open.
Yeah, so there is no pieces on the back rank. King's kind of in the corner. Does have some pieces protecting him, but maybe we can use that to our advantage. What about positioning of the pieces? So let's look at each piece for white. Let's say this bishop here. Is that a good bishop?
Not really.
No? Blocked in by his own pawns. Won't really help out with attack. He's maybe going to try to defend, but okay, so that's not a good bishop. That rook, apart from putting pressure on our king side here and defending a little bit, it does seem to not do as much. Could be a better piece if it was, let's say, covering that back rank. And white's pieces here, the knight and the queen, they're looking to infiltrate the queen, right? So, and then let's look at our pieces. So, our rook on the edge there has an open file, is looking to come in on the back rank, right? Strong rook. Knight over there.
Tied down.
What's that?
Tied down.
He's tied down, yeah, but he's doing a good job defending against the promoted pawn. That knight ever moves, that pawn can progress. So,
Who's the best blocker, guys? Which? The knight. Correct. Why? One is blocking the pawn, and two, he can still do his job in the same time, right? Okay?
what about our pieces here? Queen and bishop, right? Looks like we're poised to attack it, right? So previously, actually, in the game, I went bishop h4, you went rook g2 to defend. So looks like the theme of the position is we want to attack, right? Because if we just sit back, white's got to pass pawn. If white can defend properly, white's just going to try to steamroll us, right? So, noticing these things, what should be screaming to you is we have to attack, we have to do something right now, right? So, does anyone have any ideas of what we can try to do?
They should take that.
Okay, that's a good idea, but what happens if we take back?
Then the rook goes down.
Okay, and then, yeah, it looks like if we block there, then take back, take back, take back. So, that would be a good idea if white was forced to take on F2, right?
Wow.
Right? Is white forced to take on F2?
No.
I don't think so. There's no check, it's not forced to, right?
Well, the rook down would not.
So, if you take F2,
Yeah.
let's say white plays bishop F1.
Then rook,
You could play rook. Say bishop F1.
then the rook down.
Then the rook down,
Oh, then.
And now we're checkmate.
Oh.
so
So his question was, is white forced to capture back? That was his question, Marvin. So because it's not checked,
you have to think of what your opponent will do.
you're not forced to respond to his move. Basically, white has a free move.
The only moves that are forced in chess are checks. It's the only thing you're forced to do. Dropping some material, who cares? You're forced to do something with it. So, go back. Keeping that in mind, how do you think we should start it?
Probably the rook check on.
Check on A1, okay? Let's bring that up. Rook to A1. Obviously, the only way to block there for white would be to rook to G1, right? So, with our rook going up, giving the check, rook to G1, if it was white to move, what would white do?
Take a rook.
Queen E8 mate. I think it's better than taking the rook, right? So, we have to keep that in mind that if we do come up and give a check and rook blocks to G1, white's next move is going to be mate then. Is there something that you guys see that we can continue our attack but also stop mate?
Rook takes rook. Rook takes,
And Marvin, if we take the rook, what would white do?
take that,
Okay, and then what?
and bishop takes that.
Okay, and then king takes that too.
King takes,
And we're down a piece.
uh,
We gotta think these through. There's no point in just going for one line moves, right? Brandon, raise your hand.
Bishop
Bishop
to
G3. Okay. So rook A1, rook G1, bishop G3. Interesting move. So if Queen E8 after bishop G3, what's the difference with going bishop G3 and doing something else? The bishop is blocking that rook's check right there, right? So there's no more mates if we have a bishop on G3. Is there, and as we can see, if we are able to play bishop D3, even if f takes G3 comes in and we take back f takes G3, white's rook can't take, it's bit. Bit of it. So the moment my opponent was from queen to B2, played queen to B5, I had 30 seconds, quickly played rook A1, he played rook G1, and then I slammed bishop G3 on the board, and my friends are all like, because it's a crazy looking tactic, but it wins the game, because there's no way to defend against mate, as the rook's the only one that can defend mate, but the rook's pinned, the rook's deflected, can't do anything. And my opponent proceeded to come into queen T8, and I just had to play king G7, not allow queen F7. No checks on E5, no other checks. You were there. So, if we go back to the start. The way I came up with this was looking at the theme of the position. Because again, if we do nothing, white's +4, +5. Like it's just straight up, just pass pawn. Things are not looking good. And I was feeling that pressure the entire game. I knew I was worse the whole game. But I knew the moment my opponent got off and allowed me to make some forced attacking moves, I was able to take advantage. And I found rook a1 and I found bishop d3, and after that, the game was over. So that's a tip for you guys when you're playing your game. Even if you're down material, if you're losing, keep a lookout for tactics, ways to come back, keep the attack flowing, make sure that you are able to take advantage of your opponents.